So let's take a look at your build with the Grozovoi. You've got main armaments, you got engine, you got aiming, propulsion, concealment, and main battery. All the kind of stuff that I would probably run on the Grozovoi myself.
The only thing I could probably swap the main battery out one is for the torpedoes, but I don't like having my torpedoes.
No.
No,
You should, if you
no.
like the ship, you should really, really consider the legendary.
I was
I
just
don't
gonna
play it
mention
enough.
that.
I don't play it enough for the legendary yet.
And
I
obviously, you could run a speed boost in the second slot if you want to
Yeah.
spend the coal.
But I would definitely say the unique upgrade is great for the Grozovoi. In my opinion, it's very much worth.
Yeah, I mean, the torps recently got buffed on it, right? You have more range
they're 12
now.
kilometers first now.
Yeah,
But I still think like you don't spam your torps. They are very, very situational. So
yes,
the
they are.
longer cooldown doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yep.
And you mostly shoot your guns, and getting a better gun reload is just nice.
Right. So let's take a look now. The thing about Grozovoi is you almost need a second keyboard because of all the consumables that you can use.
You know, I never noticed that. Wow, that is a lot of consumables.
Yeah.
That's the whole Russian alternate line. They all have the same consumables.
Yep.
From the Orknevoy on.
Yep. So, all right, is this a special captain?
No, it's just standard.
Standard. Okay. Obviously, Ovechkin is useful here, but fair enough.
I don't have Russian Ovechkin. I don't have American.
Okay. Gotcha. So let's take a look now. 17-point captain, preventative maintenance, last stand, superintendent, concealment, and then survivability. Oh, that makes total sense. I mean, that's your core build for Destroyer at tier 10. And then you picked up radiolocation. Why did you pick up radiolocation?
The last time I used Grozovoi with Pirates was clan battles.
Okay. So
And-
obviously that gives you more feedback or information in a competitive setting.
And I don't have the fluent or commanding speed to move around or respec freely for competitive.
Fair enough.
I see it for clan battles or ranked. It's not bad. Not
So,
what I would take for randoms, but for competitive formats, sure.
Yes. For randoms, I think you're better off going for gun range here. What's your main battery range automatic?
He's like 12 kilometers, 12.1, I think.
12.3, yeah.
12 or something.
12.3. Now, does this impact it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so 12.3. So, if you had dropped this instead, what would it be instead? 14.76. I think that's much more comfortable to play with, to play around. And, you know, it gives you the ability to be farther away from an enemy. You can dodge easier, etc., etc.
What the 8th tier allows you to do is, like, it allows you to open water gunboat better.
Exactly.
With the 12, you kind of want to do the smoke thingy because you're a rather big ship that's not the most maneuverable.
Yep.
So you take a bit of damage in return, so you want to be further away to have more time to dodge.
Yep. So that's one thing I would do differently. And then you've got 4 points remaining. In the 4 points remaining, if you want to be completely open water, you can do Fearless Brawler, but I don't think that's your play. I think you'd probably go for Adrenaline Rush. And maybe I might go Grease the Gears. What's your 11.5 seconds?
Take the
Is pretty
incoming
fast.
fire alert for the open water to know when you have to dodge. But
Yeah,
Grease the Gears is fine too.
I would go... Well,
one of those two.
He's pretty quick. 11.5 seconds. I don't think you need Grease the Gears.
Nah, you definitely don't need it, but
yeah,
you could take it, especially if you have Ovechkin and want to make it even faster.
That's true.
It all depends how much you're actually getting out of the incoming fire alert, how much you pay attention.
Right. And then for signal flags, you got anti-det, both fire chance, repair, smoke consumable, speed, anti-air, and okay, yeah, that's fine.
The advantage of this build, by the way, is if you have Ovechkin, like one of the international ones, you can dual use this build on a Sherman.
I wish I had more than one Ovechkin, but I only got the free American one collection.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into your replay and see what we can see. So, tier 10, super ship and tier 9, so your middle tier. No carriers again. And then only 3 battleships. That's unfortunate for you. 5 cruisers. That could be problematic. 3
I was very sad
destroyers.
when I saw the 5 cruisers. I was hoping for more battleships.
Well, that's what I mean. You want to farm battleships and destroyer.
Their sea div did kind of cause a bit of concern for me, Seal Gear.
Well, it's in Annapolis, so I can see that.
Yeah, but it's also
Mhm.
Elser.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Elser.
Okay. Elser, of course, being King of the Sea North America the last season. In 2nd place, I think, the previous. They're up there.
They were second.
Yeah. I don't recognize the names, but... In any case. This is, Haven. You spawn in the middle. I hate when you spawn in the middle in a division. Because you can easily cause the lemming train one way or another.
And yet you almost always spawn there, right?
Oof.
And I called out in the chat. I called out the booster for having fighters instead of radar.
Yeah, that's ouch. That's ouch.
I never got a response, and so I just assumed probably a chat off or they did not care.
Yeah.
Isn't the radar default by now?
Yeah, radar is
I
default.
know it
so
used to be the fighter, but I think it's not anymore.
Yeah, no, radar is default, so they willingly took radar. In the game after this, we ran into
Well-
a Cleveland with fighters.
Timeout. You could have had the Wooster back when it was default fighters, way back when, and it just
But didn't
stays
they-
that way.
They didn't automatically switch it over.
I don't think so.
But they automatically switched it over.
Potatoes have eyes, not ears. That's great, Drifton. I love it.
I would imagine though if he had the booster for that long that someone would have told him like in his reviews.
But if he's blocking chat, he's gonna tell him. Anyway, you're going for the cap. Daring appears. There's the Annapolis and Gearing. Okay, so you probably don't want to be on this flank.
No. I wanted to see how long what the steering would do.
I don't like opening up there. Get the cap for free first, then open up. Because
I
now,
think if you wanted to open up, you needed to do it right away. Waiting was bad.
I didn't know if I was going to shoot at me or not. But no one ended up shooting at me anyways.
honestly, I would have dumped my torpedoes and then just kind of sat. Because if he doesn't think there's a threat, he might not have his hydro running, and he can get a lucky torpedo hit. But if you shoot, you announce your presence. Now he's going to start thinking, you know, I might have torpedoes coming.
Торпеды по левому борту.
He still eats the submarine torps.
Торпеды по левому борту.
Now you prompted him to torpedo at you, so that's kind of fun. I probably would be going to Charlie here. I don't think there's a reason for you to stay in B right now.
The only reason I didn't want to go Charlie is because there's a desert in Salem right by the island.
Засек подлодку
Well,
противника.
sure, but I mean, the Dez can't really do anything. The Salem, yeah, he could if he backs up farther, I suppose.
Потоплен.
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, aside from getting that kill in the Daring, what else are you realistically going to do here on this side? Oh, good point, SAT. You could also go to A.
That's exactly what I do in this match. I went straight for A.
Sure.
They just left it wide open, so I was like, I'm gonna just grab that one since that's the harder cap to get.
That's what often happens in random battles, right? I wouldn't go to the left of this island because you're going to get within Annapolis radar range. I'd go to the right of this island instead.
I kept looking towards the Annapolis just to see where he was gonna move.
Yeah.
See if radar was gonna
Fortunately-
be a problem.
Fortunately, he's moving away, so now you're safe.
I mean, my only concern here was the gearing turning
В
around.
форсированном режиме.
But my RL was pointing not towards the gearing, I assume,
Yeah.
so I just kept pointing this way.
The Salem left, as you could see on the, like you could have turned over now to the sea cap.
At this point, I was already dedicated to A.
And... oh,
Вражеский
О.
эсминец уничтожен.
love to see it.
Oof.
And had the gearing not been there, those torps would have actually hit the Annapolis.
They did hit the Annapolis. Well, the other
Yeah,
ones.
but there would have been more.
Yeah. But I mean that's what Elser did in King of the Sea as well.
Наша
Unfortunately,
команда получила преимущество.
Quincy took a
Getting
bunch of
close?
torpedoes from KSC, and that's why they got knocked or whatever. That was on Loop. We did a replay deep dive on that one. It was pretty fun.
The only ship that tried to stop me, sliders,
Was the what?
was the Johan. No one else on their team seemed to care about their cap.
Yeah, well, and he's already sailing away from it. You could turn your anti-air on here just to get some plane kills from a little bit of XP. You're not going to be detected when you're shooting.
I just didn't want to take the chance of him blind firing.
He's not going to blind fire you. Last King you see was King of Torshan. Well, yeah, because Brisbane was a thing. And why did you shoot? What are you? What?
I wanted to see if I could get a little chip damage on him since he was leaving my gun range anyways. That was going dark.
So you just
Why not
told
get-
all the enemy where you are.
I feel like that was already given where I was at, considering someone's taking their cap.
Yeah.
And the Kitakaze was just being spotted down the 10 line.
Yeah, but I wouldn't announce that presence because it takes a lot of work to deduct who's doing what, where, based off what's on the board. Let them do that work, right? By shooting, you save them having to think. Now they know who's there. So
So no
You
one
had almost
no one
pain
no one pays
of
attention
fire.
to this match. They just kind of let me be.
well, that's fine.
But what do you actually gain for like shooting one time there? Like,
I just wanted to
Right.
see what I could do.
Right. You lose a lot, gain next to nothing. Living V, thank you very much for the raid, by the way, and hello again, Fasces. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, SAT. Right. Don't tell them, hey guys, I'm here. Let them figure it out. Because when that happens, not only are you telling them where you are, you're telling them what direction you're headed, which could make people like this Columbo think I'm safe to go into B, for example. FDG does not have Hydro on. He's about to have Hydro on.
A bit too late for that.
Uh-huh.
Вражеский линкор уничтожен.
But this is an example of you announced your presence and the enemy didn't react to it, so you're very fortunate, that that's the case. But, it's randoms. And that's what happens on randoms.
you could just smoke up here.
I don't even use my smokes properly this game. I use my smokes poorly.
I mean, you got the ability to smoke. I don't know why you don't. But okay.
I don't know if the Bilal was submerged all the way at the bottom, spotting him after I ran to the island. I kind of figured that out. That he was spotting.
Генератор запущен.
Now you're smoking.
I just want to smoke for the Edgar,
Okay.
but he kind of just kept charging forward.
So,
Pretty
When-
sure that's too close for the Edgar. Should the Columbo come this way?
here's the thing. If you're gonna
And he
smoke
doesn't
for...
even stop. Like,
No.
He was-
If you're gonna smoke for the Edgar, I would either ask him in chat, or I would use the quick commands, set a smoke screen, set a smoke screen, set a smoke screen, and get in front of him and smoke. Horn, most people ignore horns. Or look at
Like,
you like,
honestly-
what the hell's your problem?
and I used
the
my
Edgar
smokes.
wouldn't even have a chance here. Just like, even if he wanted to stay in the smoke, he couldn't. That ship doesn't slow down.
I use
No.
my smokes
Would've-
very poorly this game. I may as well not even use them at all.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna use it
Getting the
himself.
impression with how you play this, you should just play a Nostroshimi as a top spec.
Oh!
I
He
actually do have
just...
this, bro. I don't use it often though.
Montana just owned that Edgar. Yeah, Armils, exactly. Right, you ignore horns. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got balanced alright, that's for sure. Alright. Pause. What are you thinking right now, Pac?
I was gonna from here. I was gonna head I was gonna loop out of my smoke to try to spot the Montana and see if I could probably set a fire on him, since it was most likely he was gonna DCP that flood.
Okay.
You
Because
have
I
so
would.
much HP. I would just bait him into shooting me.
Yep.
And then farm him.
Kind of
from
what
this
I was
zone.
getting at. I mean, you're a minute and a half away from your torps, unfortunately, with only 10 seconds left in your smoke. This is where,
Smoke would have
This
been
is-
useful.
yes, because you could stop smoke, wait for your torps to reload, and then just YOLO charge the Montana and laugh at him, because there's not much you can do about it. Run east and start spotting. Not a bad idea.
Двигатель в форсированном режиме.
Oh, I definitely just shoot how low it is. Like, he gets one salvo off and then he's dead.
Yep. I'd
I do
agree.
start shooting in a moment. I just wanted to wait to see what the Columbo might have, if the Columbo would pop around the corner, but I got impatient. I was worried about the Columbo.
Why?
If sap full pen still hurt even if it does a 10%. I
Okay.
have the heals, but they still damage still hurts, and I end up breaching on me here.
So to me, I think that's the bigger issue. Like, you're concerned about the Columbo and Sap. If you beach, it's easy for Columbo to hit you. So to me, it's like, don't beach, first of all.
I'm oblivious to it. It's
It's
not
not the
really
fire.
good.
Could switch to AP here.
You could switch to AP and then try to pen the bow and stuff, sure. Whatever.
He doesn't even shoot at me. It's second
No.
instinct.
Well, he's too busy looking at the Iowa and Conqueror that are charging around the corner at him.
Команда близка к победе.
And
I
that's
don't know why
new.
I don't know why he smoked here.
Засек
I
подлодку
think at the
противника.
time I thought that Johan was gonna probably stay spotted, but I realized after smoking that no one would have line of sight.
Yeah.
Oof. Or salvo.
Постановка дымов завершена.
So the Annapolis is going back to A. Oh, by the way, Seal died somehow.
Yeah, he got focused.
Concentrate fire on the target.
I don't like seeing the Annapolis heading towards A. And
Двигатель в старт.
last time we saw Zhao was heading south around this big island, so that's also a concern. Iowa's getting farmed because he's too far in front.
And
Wait.
Annapolis had
Wait.
a crazy game.
Wait, you're going south? What are you doing?
Much obliged.
I started
You
going
what?
south for cap defense.
You want to challenge the Zhao?
Why not?
It's a
I thought I was
Zhao.
like- I thought he,
What
well,
the-
he was.
what the
At the moment, I
issue
thought it
with
was like he was broadside. Yeah, I was like he was broadside. He's low health. I had the feeling like I could probably kill him before he could shoot at me.
Okay.
Like, hit points are a resource. Might as well use it. He still has all 3 heals left too.
Okay.
Вражеский
Okay.
крейсер уничтожен.
That as well. I had so much health and all my heals still.
You should, by the way, use one.
I was just gonna
Just to
say
get
that.
the cooldown ready, even if it's not healing full. But at this point, getting the cooldown available again is more beneficial than getting the max out of each heal.
And honestly, I would just YOLO charge the Columbo at this point. You're so far ahead on points.
Probably should have yellow charge the Columbo just to kill him faster.
Get a Kraken. Instead, he's gonna take torpedoes from that Balau. Alright, his DCP is definitely gonna be down now, so you could always
Двигатель в форсированном режиме.
shoot now. Zarathrian, what's up, dude? That's right, T-pose on his face. Which is what we had you do, SAT. That one game we lost because of that. Oh well. Vacation was great, Zarathrian. I wish we could have met up with you, but it's all good. Now, as soon as you're spotted, this guy's probably gonna start dodging or something.
Генератор запущен.
So that torpedo spread he launched is probably gonna be bad. We'll see.
Well, it ended up being bad anyways because he sped up way faster than I thought he would sped up.
Right.
This is like the only reasonable smoke that you can entire game.
Yeah, dude, don't worry, Zarathrian. I had no idea you were in Greece, otherwise I would have messaged you earlier. You didn't get the raise? That sucks. Shoot the bow?
That's
I
why
didn't get
I
your
forgot
crack anymore.
here.
Вражеский линкор потоплен.
I was here. I was worried about the Annapolis here at the end.
Why?
He's so far away.
I don't know. I didn't know what he could have probably pulled off, but then I realized the time. It was like, oh, it's whatever.
Exactly. He's off the map, right? He's already saving a star, moving on to the next
5
battle.
минут до конца боя.
And there it is.
This is a weird Grozovoi game.
It is, isn't it? I feel like you had a lot of chances to be more aggressive and you didn't take them.
I played more passive than I could have, than I should have.
Right. Right.
You really played it more as a torpedo than as a gunboat.
His gimmick is gun burst fire, not teleportation.
But now
Wow.
is working an idea.
Don't give Wargame ideas, please.
Next thing you know, a new Russian super ship comes out, has teleportation, and can go right behind
Hyperdrive.
your right behind your aircraft carrier or something like that.
So,
I am not good with smokes. Hell, I run Minnow with radar over smoke. I barely use the smoke myself.
You, sir, are a Chad.
I never liked using smoke screens.
okay.
I'll use them if I'm given them by an ally, but I'd rather just open water or just spot around. I think in this comment during this game, anyways, I needed spotting damage.
All right. Well, you got it.
Yeah, I only needed a smidge of spotting damage. I didn't need much. I think I only needed like 20k.
So, I mean, you had a decent game, right? You survived.
I did questionable things.
It's just you were playing very cautiously when you didn't need to.
It's like almost he played the Grozovoi as if it was a gearing.
Or Shimakaze.
He shot too much to be a Shimikaze.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's okay. I mean, you sent the replay in for feedback. So, I guess the feedback is use your guns more and don't be afraid to take the damage.
Don't be afraid to take hits.
I mean, think of it this way too. If you're using your guns and you're being shot at, those shells aren't hitting your teammates. It's helping your teammates stay alive. All right. Well, I think for this replay, I might title it Overcautious.
I was definitely over. And also, what doesn't help was the last game right before this. It was one of my first Elbing games, and I ran straight into a Sherman in Annapolis division.
Okay. Well,
So prior to the game, I was being pretty much cautious instead of aggressive.
yeah, and I think the really big thing was, as SCT mentions, opening up your guns to give away your position. Don't ever do that. I mean, especially in clan battles, but randoms too.
Oh no, I wouldn't even think about doing that in clan battles.
Okay.
Or ranked specifically. I don't in competitive. I only shoot my guns if I absolutely have to. Not try to get chip damage.
Well, anything else on this replay? Are we good?
That's about it.
All right, let me move to Stream Raiders then. Thank you very much for your replay.